BP Show is the BP Show. It's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.
Cardstock.
Cardstock, indeed. This is the BP Show. Happy Hump Day, everybody. He's Joe Vasile. I'm Thomas Zinzarella. Game 2 of 6 between the Jersey Shore Blue Claws and the Hudson Valley Renegades here tonight. And yeah, a little cardstock paper today.
I know, we're not messing around. I'm in all black.
Yeah, I like it.
We've got cardstock. It's we're on our way up. Well, I mean, it's Goth Wednesday. I got to celebrate the promo. So I am dressed up in all black, just like you know, the kids that I went to high school with.
Ah, sorry, I didn't get the memo.
Careful, you got a B right there.
It's okay.
Careful. You didn't get the memo.
Didn't get the memo.
You got the memo.
I didn't get the memo. Honestly, I don't think I even
we got the memo in March when we announced the promo schedule.
I don't have black pants at all. Like, I think
what? You don't have black pants?
With me, I do not have black pants.
How do you not have black pants?
Because I don't wear them in the summertime.
That's ridiculous.
I don't wear them in the summertime.
I don't wear them in the summertime either, but I have them and I bring them just in case I need a pair of black pants. Although I feel like I'm a server at a restaurant.
That's the only time I used to wear them then.
Oh, may I take your orders? Can I get you started off with something to drink?
Let me clear the table for you. Yeah. Well, Joe could be your bartender today because it is Wine Wednesday as well. We'll get to the promotions later, but we wanted to talk about, speaking of clothing, the Hudson Valley Line Connection, or the Hudson Line Collection of clothing.
Yeah. Hudson Line Collection.
Hudson Line Collection.
Hudson Line Collection.
There it is.
Look at that. It's that interlocking HV logo that everyone knows and loves. And it is available in the team store, a merchandise line. You see some of the different products, hats, shirts, hoodies. I'm sure there'll be other things that I'm forgetting, or I know there's more coming in soon. We've got the 47 hats in now.
Nice.
We're going to have New Era hats in October, but they're available for pre-order. You can get all of this merch online, or of course, if you're here at the ballpark, you just walk right over to the Renegades team store, third base side on the concourse behind the stands. You pick your some up, say hi to Luis.
I was just going to say the same
Good man. And, you know, buy yourself. So, and like, I've seen the hats. Like, I feel like the pictures don't do it justice. Like, the hat looks really good.
It is.
It's a really good look. Color me skeptical at the beginning. I'm like, I don't know how much I like the logo, but now now that I've seen it on stuff, I'm like, oh, that's good. That's slick. That's neat.
Got to cop one of those.
Yeah.
Tell them that Joe and Thomas sent you there when you go into the team store.
Yeah. They'll charge you extra, so maybe don't. But you know, hey.
And work some of our magic will work on it. Maybe get $1 off. I don't know. But no, definitely I gotta go pick up some of the Hudson Line Collection gear again at the team store, as Joe said as well, and you can wear it to the next game you come to this series. And again, it is only game 2 of 6. Let's roll the highlights from yesterday. Blue Claws defeating the Hudson Valley Renegades 5-3, in which the Blue Claws got on the board first. But first, it was Brendan Beck, who was coming off a really good start back in Wilmington. A couple big strikeouts there. Curveball was really working yesterday.
Yeah, early on in the game, 3 big strikeouts. Ended up finishing with 5, tying his season high across 4 innings. However, it was Jersey Shore that struck first in the top of the 3rd inning. RBI infield single for Rickson Wingrove gave the Blue Claws a 1-0 lead. Then in the top of the 4th inning, they make it 2-0. Leandro Pineda flies one out to right field, just gets over Anthony Hall's head for an RBI double, and just like that, Jersey Shore up 2-0. Pineda thrown out, though, trying to stretch that into a triple, though. It was a nice recovery by Hall after that ball kind of bounced back across, showed off a good arm out in right field. And then there's Beck's final strikeout of the night, his 5th across 4 innings. It was another strong start for him, just on a pitch count, so not able to pitch overly deep into games.
He's been sitting in the mid-50s right now as Brancona is an RBI double that scored Lee Singh. That was in the top of the 5th, and he make it 3-0. So they scored a run in 3 straight innings, and then here come the Renegades in the bottom of the 6th. Christopher Familia base hit through the right side. Jared Cerna ends up going 1st to 3rd, and that was a theme in this inning, going from 1st to 3rd. Rafael Flores laser single out in right center field, and guess what? Jared Cerna scores, and Familia goes 1st to 3rd on the single.
How about that?
And so 3-1, it ends up a Ben Cowles sacrifice fly. How about that rundown there? Able to catch that baseball. Oof. But again, Familia scores from 3rd, makes it 3-2 after 6 innings of play.
Yeah, the Renegades did a nice job to come back. wasn't without some help from the bullpen as well. Cole Ayers making his Renegades debut last night. There's Anthony Hall with a great sliding play in foul territory. Another guy making his Renegades debut in last night's ball game. In the 7th inning, Antonio Gomez ends up walking. Next man up, Spencer Jones out to right center field. Sends Gomez in all the way around from first base. For Jones, his 25th double of the season, ties him for the most in a single season by a Renegade ever.
Wow.
That is how good he's been this year.
Yeah, base hit then for Otto Kemp to the right side and a 3-3 tie game. This is where Jersey Shore started to get rolling, and it was all coming with 2 outs, just like the Renegades in the prior inning where they had 2 outs and then a rally with Gomez walk and then the Jones double. So this is all coming with 2 outs, and then Jared Carr a 2 RBI double to make it 5-3. So the Renegades fought back, and then the Blue Claws ended with the big hit. Renegades did have a leadoff man on as well in the 9th inning, but unfortunately couldn't get the runner in on a Jesus Rodriguez single to begin the inning. The final score 5-3. Hudson Valley falls, but a valiant effort last night.
It was, and I mean, Jersey Shore came into this series red hot. They end up taking the opener, and now 8-2 in their last 10 games. They've really been surging. Nice series last week against Brooklyn. They got the win last night. They're just 2 games back of the Brooklyn Cyclones for first place in the North Division in the second half. Those 2 teams kind of battling it out to see, or rather they're 3 games back, pardon, but those 2 teams battling it out to see who's going to play the Renegades in the first round of the playoffs after Hudson Valley won the first half. Look at the standings overall. Hickory still out in front. They've won 7 in a row after they swept Aberdeen last week. The poor Ironbirds have lost 12 straight games. They have just been in free fall. They lost a couple of guys, Max Wagner and Max Costas, promoted up to Double-A Bowie. And Aberdeen's the next team that comes into Heritage Financial Park, and it'll be really interesting to see what that team looks like and in what shape they're in when they do come back here.
Yeah, we said these next couple weeks, as we kind of talked about last week on the radio side of things in Wilmington, the Renegades can really kind of help dictate as well, obviously, who they play in the playoffs, just because, again, you have Jersey Shore this week, who have now won 4 in a row, 13-3, in their last 16 contests. And next week they're down in Brooklyn, which obviously the Cyclones, so if the Renegades able to take a series, and let's say Jersey Shore next week, whoever they play next, has a good series. And obviously if the Renegades win the series in Brooklyn, like the race really gets tight, and obviously Hudson Valley already has the playoff spot clinched, as you mentioned before. So really those 3 teams, and obviously Aberdeen not playing great baseball right now, but still a chance at 5.5 games back. So really it's an exciting race here in the South Atlantic League North throughout the rest of August and into September.
Real nail-biter.
It really is, and which the Renegades will send today Baron Stewart to the mound. We saw him last week, and Wilmington ended up throwing 6 shutout frames. See, there's the numbers on the right. Struck out 5, walked 2, and then it's a minor league rehabber on the other side.
Yeah, Michael Plasmeyer getting the start for Jersey Shore. Spent the early part of this season with the AAA Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. A couple of appearances in the majors last year. Plasmeyer, fun fact, was a Renegade on paper for a few months.
I saw that.
Early on in his career, he was traded to the Tampa Bay Rays, was originally on the Renegades roster, but then promoted up to the Bowling Green Hot Rods before the season started in 2019. So a guy who, again, was here on paper, but making his much anticipated Heritage Financial Park debut tonight. So should be interesting to see what we see from Plasmeyer. He hasn't pitched since the end of May, and how long he'll go tonight before Jersey Shore dips into the bullpen in back of him. You see the numbers in AAA this season, the ERA around 7, but especially early on in the year in AAA, offense was really juicy. You got to kind of take some of those numbers with a grain of salt.
Oh, definitely, for sure, and excited to see what Baron Stewart can do. Second go-around here in High Egg, and he was one of the 3 pitchers for the Renegades that made their High A debuts last week, and had a lot of players make their debut yesterday on the field side of things. Obviously, Ayers, you mentioned as well, pitching-wise. So Stewart against Plasmeyer here tonight. Looking at some of the promotions here tonight, Joe said it is Goth Wednesday. He's got his all-black everything going on. Do the same.
Even my hair.
And the hair, got it going on. We Care Wednesday presented by WMC Health, and Wine Wednesday presented by Ben Mara Winery, with Joe Basile dishing out the wine today.
I'm not, for the record, I'm not going to be dishing out anyone. Scott Cohn does a great job, and I'm not going to take his job away anytime soon.
Yeah. We're gonna have it was gonna be a celebrity guest pour. Is all it was gonna be.
No.
Which there is.
We
gonna
do
be
have a celebrity guest
yes.
pour, but it's not me on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Ooh, who is it?
Oh, I was setting up to talk about it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Kelsey Grammer,
That was-
who you might know from a couple of very popular TV shows, one of the longest running characters, Frasier Crane, in television history, Cheers,
Yeah.
Frasier, my mom's favorite show. Wonderful actor, and
is.
he now has a beer company, Faith American, which is available here at Heritage Financial Park. He's going to be out tomorrow on Thursday. If you're watching this the day that it comes out on Wednesday, he'll be here as a celebrity guest pourer of his beer at the Container Bar within the Michelob Ultra Party Patio on the first base side from the beginning of the fourth until the beginning of the sixth innings. He's going to be pouring his beer, so go out
Nice.
there, order yourself a Faith American, enjoy it with Kelsey Grammer. He's going to come on the radio for a little bit tomorrow, which is I'm very excited about,
Yes.
to talk some beer with Kelsey Grammer. Can't talk anything else because of the strike, but gonna talk some beer and maybe even cheers him.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Had some
and,
questions about Cheers then in the TV show.
Cannot ask about
Cannot ask about it.
Is Woody Harrelson really that crazy? No. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got that tomorrow. We've got the Jason Dominguez bobblehead presented by K104
Yes, busy day.
for the first 1,000 fans. Regular Thirsty Thursday drink specials, $1 hot dogs, free admission for college students presented by the Gap Bank. There is so much going on at the ballpark tomorrow. There's a lot going on tonight.
Yep.
We Care Wednesday.
We Care
We
Wednesday
forgot all about
tonight
that.
and Wine Wednesday today.
Yeah.
And again, Goth Wednesday.
That's right. Goth
definitely,
Wednesday.
but yeah, it should be an exciting series here against Jersey Shore.
Do we have a game
We
about
do have
goth
a game.
people?
No, not about Goth people.
Okay.
Decided. Wanted to give you a crack at an immaculate grid today, Joe.
Oh, a little Mac
So
Liquid.
your
All right.
old favorite. We tried to one a series, so
Sure.
kind of just pick a day and end up being today. So it's Angels, Orioles, Dodgers on the left side if you can't see it. Mets, Mariners, 400 career home runs at the top.
Okay.
So
All right, let us go.
I figure the Mets might be
Yeah,
up your
That's a good
wheelhouse
one.
there.
Mets, Orioles, Justin Turner.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, check mark for Joe.
Okay, Mets, Angels. We're going to go real far back. We're going to go into the early and mid 2000s for a lefty reliever. He was on the Angels World Series team in 2002. Scott Schoenweiss.
There is a blast from the past.
All right, so we're 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
All right, Dodgers and Mets. Dodgers and Mets. There's a lot for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of the New York Mets franchise. A guy who pitched for both the Mets and the Dodgers, managed the San Francisco Giants, was a longtime pitching coach, and actually just recently passed away. Roger Craig.
Wow.
Roger Craig.
Going throwback there.
Yeah.
3 for 3
First
so
ever
far.
opening day starter for the Mets.
Wow.
All right, let's go to the Seattle Mariners column. Mariners and Angels. So the AL West is a real dead spot for me. So I always struggle in Immaculate Grid with AL West categories. So this is a real tough one for me. Like two
That's right, I
AL
do.
West teams, Mariners and Angels. I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to go to Mariners and Orioles.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to say Eric Bedard.
Eric Bedard. I forgot
Lefty
about him.
starter with Baltimore
Yeah.
was traded to Seattle
Yeah.
in the trade that got Baltimore Adam Jones.
Oh, I don't know. That was the trade.
That was
I
it
remember
was
Bedard
a
pitching with the
couple other
Mariners, yeah.
guys, but Jones was the biggest guy they got. Seattle and the Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Joe Davis.
This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. The Mariners, I don't know that many
Yeah.
good Mariners guys, like good names, and like who then played for some other people, like the Angels or the Dodgers. Like,
Should I get a list ready in case?
no.
Okay.
I'll get somebody for both of them.
All right.
Angels and Mariners. Oh gosh.
I have a very good one for that one that I've told you before. That's why I put it in there.
Angels.
He's an
and
infielder.
Mariners. Angels and Mariners. Mariners and Dodgers. All right, we're gonna go 400 home runs. We're gonna skip over these while I marinate a little bit. All right, so Angels 400 home run in his career. This is gonna be. We're gonna go with. We'll just go with an obvious one for this one. Vladimir Guerrero Sr.
Yeah. Pujols, another one as well.
Yep. I'm sure there's another. From like the 80s, they like Reggie Jackson played for the Angels.
Josh Hamilton never got to 400.
No. But like I said, like Reggie Jackson played for them. He was in the 500.
Someone who plays for the year.
Orioles 400 homers. You can go Eddie Murray. You can go Cal Ripken. We'll keep it simple. Eddie Murray.
Right, there you go. Dodgers kind of same one too. Give you a couple names.
Dodgers 400 home runs. 400 home runs for the Dodgers. Yeah, could be a couple guys, couldn't it? Gary Sheffield.
Gary Sheffield. I think his son is
His son's a
junior, senior in high school. He's coming up on college soon.
All right, so Angels and Mariners, Mariners and Dodgers. Stuck on those two now.
Now I know. I'll just keep putting ALS team for Joe.
Oh, Mariners and Angels, Scott Spezio.
Scott Spezio.
Scott Spezio, World Series champion with the Angels.
You know what mine was? Joan Figgins.
Figgins. I don't remember Figgins with the Mariners.
Yeah.
All right, Dodgers and Mariners. Here we go, baby. Dodgers and Mariners. What obvious guy played for the two of them? Because there's somebody obvious that someone is probably just looking at me struggle this much and going like, it's obviously,
They're yelling at the TV
it's
right now.
this guy. Come on.
Joe Facile.
He's so smart. You can't even remember whoever. Gosh, the Mariners and the Dodgers.
There is one obvious one, I can tell you.
Obvious.
Infielder. He's played for a couple teams. Recently retired.
He didn't play for the Dodgers. His brother played for the Dodgers.
No, I was thinking, I'll tell you the last year he played. 2018 was his last season. Third baseman. Started his career with the Dodgers. Played 5 years with the Mariners, 7 with the Dodgers, 8 with the Rangers, and 1 with the Red Sox.
8 with the Rangers.
Yes.
As a third. Oh, Adrian Beltre.
Adrian Beltre. That's probably the most obvious one, I'd say.
All right.
T. Strange Gordon.
Sure.
Unless you want to pull out Aaron Harang.
Oh,
Also,
that would have been a good
Henderson.
one.
I didn't know that one.
Right. Ricky played for the Mariners and the Dodgers.
Derek Lowe, that's a good one. Mike Maddox.
Mike Maddox.
Yeah, pitching coach, yeah. AJ
Anyway.
Pollock. Yeah. So there's a couple more in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, a couple
There you
going.
go.
Steven Souza Jr. If you
Thanks.
really wanted to go like newish,
I don't.
random.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
But yeah, the Immaculate Grid, always good time.
For some reason, the name John Halama just stuck out in my mind. It's like a random Mariners pitcher from like the early 2000s, but I'm like, he probably never played for the
It always
Dodgers.
happens. It's always the same guys that stick them in your head, and you want to use them for every team. And you're like, only a couple teams they played
That's
for.
fine. It's all good.
But outside of Back Grid, one of our favorite segments as well is the Renegades Pick'em contest. So for
Hey.
the fans at home,
You might even say it is our favorite segment because
It
we do
is.
it every day.
We do it
That's
every
why
day.
It's so much our favorite.
Yeah, literally. And I know a lot of the fans love at home because they can win tickets to a Renegades home game this
Hey.
season. So you got to beat both Joe and myself. Tying doesn't get you anywhere. You have
No.
to beat both.
Actually, it
Joe.
does. Well, if you tie somebody else for beating
Yeah,
the
if you-
both of us, it can get you into
that's true.
a drawing out of a hat. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, you just want to be the top no matter what. And
right.
unfortunately, we had a couple ties yesterday, so no one. They tied Joe with 30 points. 30 was the magic number
I had a good
yesterday.
one. I had a good one
Joe
yesterday,
beat me
yeah.
yesterday. I was consistent with an even 5. I
Yeah,
was
my
thinking-
guys did good. I mean,
Yeah.
Spencer having 3 hits was huge.
Yeah,
that was
a
huge.
double as well.
was
and,
big
and
for
a
us.
Run driven in. Kind of every one of my guys had a hit and a walk or a run. So
Yeah.
5
You
for
were
5.
consistent.
Yeah.
I was just better.
Yeah, you were just better. Joe was better yesterday,
Ah.
but today is a different day.
A new day, a new
new
dawn.
day.
Yeah, Amber Ray, very smart picks.
Yeah.
Nancy Muller, same to you.
30, yeah.
Kyle Young, same to you.
30
Rich
burgers.
Thorpe, Sam Thorpe. Wow, we got Sam in on the action now,
Yeah,
too.
a couple Thorpes in.
Wow, 5-way tie with me.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Really good job.
Unfortunately,
A lot of people with 5 points. I think that's
that
what
was,
ended up happening.
that was
a lot of
yeah,
people
that was,
ended up
that
with
was the
5
issue.
yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, Carlos Flores. Yeah.
Jones, yeah.
Jones sticking out. So again, get your picks in before first pitch. Comment below on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching. Got to beat both Joe and myself. We'll read off the winners if there are any tomorrow, as we do every single BP show. But unfortunately, sorry, no winners today. But you got to be in it
No
to
soup
win it.
for you. No
So-
tickets for you.
no tickets. It is Seinfeld night. We'll be in Brooklyn next week. So,
Harumph.
Harumph.
Anyway, I got to
That's
brush up
Seinfeld.
on my Seinfeld then.
Yeah, I watched a few Seinfeld episodes in preparation for that. But again, Baron Stort going today for the Renegades. Michael Plasmeyer. It's Goth Wednesday, We Care Wednesday, Wine Wednesday. Just come out to the ballpark tomorrow. And as we talked earlier, a lot of stuff going on tomorrow and throughout the rest of the weekend. So get your tickets now. Box office, online, wherever. But again, until tomorrow, he's Joe Facile and Thomas Cinzarella. This is the BP Show. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye. That was good. That was a good BP show. That was solid.